Yep, good.
So, hello,
Hello.
how are you?
I don't know.
Perfect. I have some questions.
Right, go ahead.
Because I'm like try to learn and teach mindfulness,
Mm-hmm.
and the mindfulness is the art of being in here and now
Mm-hmm.
without judgment.
Okay.
Yes, to be with thoughts, with emotions, without judging them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like big art, especially for us in our culture. So if you have maybe some tips from your life, how to non-judge.
you you have come to a wrong person. You are asking a wrong man and a person because I'm full of judgment. Mm. But I can tell you some stories how my people were not judging other people.
Mhm.
Their mind was different. I remember it when I was child. We were nomadic people, even though we were living in a settlement, so we could travel anytime we want. And there were no distances. There were no time existing. So we just travel and stop when we like to stop, or when they want to be in certain place, they stop there for a while before going on and hunting. And there were no people were just living like the way they wanted, as their ancestors were living like that. So you can imagine my people is the northernmost people. If you see our Nunavut, they they call it Greenland, but it's not green. It's all white because probably some Vikings went from Iceland to the southernmost of Greenland, where there's green in summertime, very green, and a lot of grass and vegetation compared to where I'm from. From there, it is more than 2,500 kilometers north. So where I'm from is very, very far north, not so uh, not so far away from North Pole. North Pole is only about 1,300 kilometers away. So the what do you call it, Arctic Circle is about 1,300 kilometers south.
Mm.
So we have no sun for 4 months. The sunset went down in October to rise up again in February. And the sunrise is going for 2 months. Then the sun is orbiting day and night. And then we have a day for 4 months. That's some part of it is the summer. Then the sunset begins in the end of August,
Mm.
after the sun has been orbiting since the end of April. So this place was very isolated from other places because there were huge ice and there were a lot of icebergs. And in winter, the snow was very deep, so it was not possible to cross it if you don't know what to do. But my people could go south and go coming back. But when the others were coming there, it was impossible to them to go further because they don't know what is behind that deep snow. So my people were isolated for, let's say, up to 1,000 years. Some scientist was talking about that about 200 years, 800 years. You never know because the scientists are just speculating. They're trying to figure out which is more reasonable. So they're trying to be reasonable and think like they do. So how can people there survive together even when there were 200, 400 or 800 or 1,000 people or 2,000 people in a very large area just like Česko, Slovensko, together? About up to 2,000 people. How can they live in the Arctic where no one can live and survive? Only these people. How could they survive? They knew when they went to the earth what life was about. That we have a lot of stories and songs that reminding us why we are here on the earth. What is our purpose? What is our mission? And they were living with no president, with no queens or princes, or like there were no superiors. Each of them were their own master of life. They decide their own life. In their life, there were other people in their mind, in their heart, especially in their heart. I have to do my effort to support life together with these people. So when they were hunting, in their mind, in their heart was, I have to do my best to get food for the families. When they're thinking like that, everybody is family. And they are independent people. At the same time, they're bound to be with other people. Their survival was their survival. And each was the survival of the others. So that was in their mind. I'll do my best to do with the skills I have to support the life with these people. So there was no certain skills. Everybody created, not created, but they were improving their skills. And they were not trying to compete. They were really struggling to survive together. So there were no competitions. Competition would kill them all. Because some people will be envious because some others have better skills than them. No, there were no better skills. But some people were skilled to hunt the polar bears, and some were skilled to hunt the Arctic hare, that kind of rabbit which is bigger, all the way. So everybody was good at what they were doing. So everybody needed each other to survive together. So there were no judgment. because they were not competing. They were just happy being together, and when time comes, they split. And they find the places where they want to stay for a certain purpose to get some skins, or for their hunting, or for their whatever they need. So they got it from certain places. So when the sun, when the oak shooting, the stars, I have to tell this from that beginning. In wintertime, they are settled down in certain places where they have houses of earth and stones. That's all they have.
Mm.
And they have no trees. Like this, no trees. How can they make fire? You see? With no trees, they figure out that the blubber, the fat of the mammals, is oil. Then they choose a certain moss, and some moss which is burnable. And they have some, I don't know what they call them in English, padlock, which is a kind of root under the surface. They took the one which was not alive and used it as a stick for the lamp. And they have a stone, firestone, certain firestone, or they could use the stick with a kind of a bow. So there were many ways to make fire. And they were staying there until certain stars outshooting become when the tail appears. Because in the daytime, where the daytime is only very little, and lasts for 2 hours, something like that. When you see that tail, it means the sun has gone down to the lowest position. Then they begin to celebrate for more than 5 days or 10 days, depends. Celebrating to get the sun to get back, so the light can come back. Then after that, they go north. There's a certain place where people go north. They don't have to go everybody, but many. Because there is a place where it is a kind of base to go north hunting the polar bears, to go to the Aquilina to hunt. Or they could hunt in that area which was rich for getting what you need. So from the end of December, the beginning of January, all the way to April, they stay there, then they spread out for the summer. So when people are depending on each other and thinking of that you are, what do you call it, that everybody's life is valuable because they can supply you. They can be with you, especially Inokat, the fellow human being, that you will never feel alone with other people. So you don't judge them because you need them. their skill, and you don't care about how they live the life. They don't care about their possessions of what they have. It's not about that. It's not about being a hunter, great hunter, because there were no great hunters. They were only human beings, just like others, with weaknesses. But they do have their strength because of their weaknesses telling them how to be strong. And when you have the strength, your weaknesses are telling you, not don't get too far away from me, otherwise you will fall apart. Mm. When ego becomes too big, you fall. Mm. So that's why their life was bound to the others, bound to the nature, bound to their own skills, to supply, to support, to be part of this group. So they could be isolated from the whole world for many years. Because when they see how they built the igloos of snow, how could they know? How is it possible that they could build a house of stone and earth and make a roof of flat stones, small flat stones, that not even the polar bear can cross? How did they know a certain density of snow that could be built as an igloo? Because they were connected to their own life, connected to their ancestors that who are in other density of physical life, that they can appear to them and giving them some advices how to survive in that area. So their mind was not polluted with who is the best, who is the most beautiful, who owned the most. These questions were not in their mind. In their mind, in their heart, in their being was, how can I supply? How can I support? How can I be there to help, to survive together? So the circle will never be broken. When you have that mind, you will never church. But we don't have that circle. Even if we are pretending being mindfulness, will be. As long as we are competing, thinking we are better than the others, we are more holy, we are more skilled, we are more beautiful, we own a big car, a big house, or I am living with this connection to the star people. As long as you are thinking like that, there will be no mindfulness. And there's no mindfulness. You can only be if you let go everything and accept everything is like that. That you don't get angry with that. That if you get angry, you accept your reaction and you feel something in your heart that burns of hate, that you can transform into love. If you can do that, there will be no judgment there. But we are here to judge. Who? Myself. I am here to be aware of what I'm doing, how I'm thinking, because how I'm thinking becomes my seeing. And the way I see becomes the way I talk. and the way I talk become my act and behavior. As long as you are aware of that, you are on the way to the mindfulness. But as long as we live life as we do now, we'll never achieve this non-judgment. Never. We have to accept that we have that disease and be aware of it and how to use it. When it's coming, okay, there you are, my friend. If you reject it, if you are trying to reject it, you will never win.
Like, oh, I'm so judgmental. Oh, it's big drama. Yeah.
Right.
I think you said like acceptance.
Yeah.
Of like so-called also negative so-called emotions, and it's like crucial.
Because this is the power. This is the power that's telling you, yeah, I am. I said, you're a teacher to learn how to be mindful. So when you are aware of me, you can transform me. This power you can transform into good things. If you let go and accept me as I am, and you receive me, I'm part of your life, then you are on the right way. But you're never going to do it perfect. Because it's not about doing it perfect. Because it's already perfect that you're experiencing all these emotions. There's no negative emotions. There's no positive emotions. All the emotions are the good teachers for you how to deal with the life. Because there's no light, there's no dark. There's no hate, there's no love, there's life. The whole life, one life, contains everything what you need to improve your life. All these are the tools how to transform this to be better. It takes time, because when you get into that and you're beginning to understand, oh, then the hard work begins. How to practice it, how to practicing it. It takes time that it becomes so much your daily life, just like you are breathing, you are walking, you are doing anything routine. It will become one day. And you don't think about that anymore. Because your mind is occupied by another things. So the mind is very local. But the emotions are the whole life. And you're carrying the whole life. They're the strongest. Stronger than
more
the
power.
More power than the mind. And people are talking about the mind has the power. No. Mind has no power. I will tell you why. Because the brain is only hearing birds, people down there, car, and then you see them, and you go and touch them, you smell them, you taste them. That's the brain downloading. That's it. If you don't get any information, then the brain is stuck there. But if someone's telling you something, then you get some information. The brain is analyzing it. Is it good for my host? It's like a computer. The the brain is taking out the body. So if I'm doing like that, oh, the brain will say, "Be careful, be careful. You're hurting yourself." So it has no power.
Mm.
It has only power when your consciousness, your life, appears to you. And where is your consciousness? It's not in your brain. Your consciousness is right here. That's why all emotions here, the brain cannot cope because it's stronger than everything. That's your life connecting to you, spreading in your body. It's like the heart is beginning to burn.
Mm.
That's their mind has the power. When the emotions is there. And if you use it to hurt someone, and sometimes people, when they are angry and very angry, all the feelings are there and they say something. When everything is alive, even your word is alive, they go to that person and harm this person. So the mind becomes dangerous when your emotions are there.
Mm.
And you're trying to do anything because you're angry or hatred. It becomes dangerous. Or what can happen is, unaware of that, what you are doing, this being you sent as a voice, as a sound,
Mm.
they find that person, but they cannot get in. They return to you. And that means the karma.
Mhm.
You hurt yourself.
So this also includes the potential of this emotion that you can find out if you have this so-called like destructive emotions, that
Mm-hmm.
you can find out how to deal with them, or
Yeah.
you just said that they have like big energy. Yeah. And at the same time there are no good or bad emotions, but they can have like so-called bad output, yeah, or
Mm-hmm. The way you use these emotions, you can affect your surroundings. When you affect your surroundings, if you can do that, then you can affect the whole world. This energy is part of the cosmos, part of the everything. It's like ping pong, spread all over and affect the whole many human beings. Well,
when you like realize that the big energy of emotion is coming, like for example anger or something like this, and you realize you just have this, yes, it is coming, I know it, and I can maybe choose what to do with it. So how to deal with this energy which you feel that is coming through your body? What is the best, or what you will suggest?
it demands many, many, many years of your life to
Mhm.
practice. It is like when it is coming, it is coming because you take everything personally,
Mhm.
because you need control,
Mhm.
because you are blaming others,
Mhm.
not you. what they are doing is affecting me, and you make me angry. Yeah. That makes the explosion, need of control, need of telling people how to live life compared to me. Then you're in big trouble. I am in big trouble because I get angry when someone is telling me something. I could say, if I know this is the bottom you push on to make me explode, because I take this personally. Or if you learn that this person has their own opinion, the way they see, the way they think, is the way they speak. That's their position in their life. If you just let go, if they do like if they do like that, and you suddenly see something hurting you, okay, and say, okay, it's not my opinion. It's not my opinion. That's her opinion. That's the way she sees me, or he sees me, or experiencing me. Is that my problem?
No.
No. I become the problem from that for that person, and it's not my problem. So they are expressing their own irritation. Okay, then what do we do? Then the practicing of that, which takes many years because you will explode just like Big Bang every time, but it's getting less and less. They end igniting. Okay, it's there. Then you decide whatever you want to decide. You can have some kind of password to your partner or to that person that you can say, it's time for you to drink some water. Or I need some space. I'm hurt. I know I'm going to be really angry, and it will I will not have the control with my anger. I better I better go. When you are hurt, there's no return. Either it explodes as a big bang, everything destroys. Not only you destroy the other one, you destroy yourself. So this is destroying both lives, hurting both lives. The way they're doing, they are destroying. And this destruction you receive to destroy more. So it's better that destroy you because you slowly repair yourself with this tool to be stronger. But it's not easy.
The same time, once you said that the Earth is planet of extreme emotions, that the Earth is planet of extreme emotions.
Mhm.
So, and this like saying really helped me to accept the emotions, because I have the feeling that a lot of us is still like fighting with the, oh, I cannot have this like bad emotions. It's really bad. And while we are fighting, it's even worse. And when we like try or open, when we are try to open for acceptation, it can be like first step for like dealing with them.
Right.
Yes.
You are beginning to get into your.
Mhm.
Now you are not watching the others. You are on the way to be mindful
Mm.
because when you react, when you see, and you are judging, okay, that's what I'm doing. It's me. If you say that's me who are doing this, and find some examples of that could be related to that, the way they are doing that activate you, and you found it. That's me. Okay, that's why I was reacting to that and judging them. We are here to deal with everything in life, all these emotions, because these are the teachers for us to grow as a human being, to deal with them. When they become our friends, all these emotions become our friends. It will become so natural to you, just like your breathing,
Mhm.
that you won't react because you know it's part of you. You don't, when you reject it, when you are fighting and seeing them as something bad, you will always be in that conflict
Mhm.
because they want you.
Mhm.
They want to be inside you. They want to be part of you because they are part of you. But you are rejecting your teacher inside you. You're rejecting part of your universe. You are rejecting part of your cosmos, part, part of your very much life.
So what they are teach us? What these emotions are teach us? When you say they are teachers, like these so-called bad emotions, for
Yes,
example.
when you react,
Mm-hmm.
the emotion make you to be like that. If when you are aware of that, when you begin to be aware of what you are doing, then the teaching is on the way. The process is ongoing. Now, the next thing is how to practice it. Practicing it takes time also. For me, I'm still a student. I still need many, many years to practice to deal with my emotions. The first thing is I'm thinking of to learn to forgive,
Mm-hmm.
to learn to accept other people have their own way of communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it shouldn't be my problem because they are their own process also. So it's not my job to teach them. It's my job to teach myself how to receive. It takes time. So by talking about this, making me a little bit more clear to be a better person. But don't worry about that. That's my elders were saying, especially my grandfather. It's not about being perfect
Mm-hmm.
because life itself is perfect as it is. How we deal with it is up to us. If you want to be a person who is perfect, not hurting others, judging others, or anything bad things you can do, then you don't need to be on the earth because you are dead. When you are dead, you don't talk, you don't act bad things. We are here to deal with everything, to grow and accept that we are here to challenge ourselves with all these emotions.
What was yours personal, the most challenging point in life, in this life?
My temper,
Uh-huh.
my anger, my emotions, my judgment,
Mhm.
and that creating my own problems with that. That's I very clearly see, but I still do the same mistake over and over again. But I'm beginning to be a little bit more, yeah, thinking about that. So I'm beginning to be more aware.
Mhm. And what is helping you?
When some very common reactions coming into me, so I prefer to leave the circle,
Mhm.
this space, and be angry out there,
Mhm.
and connecting somewhere to the other powers and say, help me, help me, help me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
help me, help me. I'm getting crazy again.
Mhm.
Give me some strength to be able to cope this feeling.
So you ask, I don't know, Earth or sky or what is your or
Okay,
everything?
this is very good. This is very good question because you are a being with many souls, with many consciousness.
Mhm.
And your life is part of the cosmos, the dust. So you can imagine your consciousness like all the sand, the earth.
Mhm.
Even this is sand that became rock. So try to count how many consciousness you have.
Mhm.
So it's you are talking to.
Mhm.
From many other lives, you are out there.
Mhm.
But your consciousness here is, yeah, very local
Mhm.
because you want to do this experience without the other consciousness.
You separate.
Mm. So you are here to expand as a soul,
Mhm.
to be able to contain stronger love. So the hate becomes very part of your life to learn how to transform it to love.
It is perfect example. How I like feel it is when you are in this like so-called bad emotion, you then go and ask, please help.
Yeah.
This is the point when you can expand
Yeah.
because you are somehow like asking yourself in this like open formation. Beautiful, beautiful example.
So it is if you really, really know that you have billions, zillions, uncountable consciousness, your life is out there ready to help you because they need this. They need your expansion because your expansion will be their part to go to the higher level consciousness. They will be there to help you. And you mean, or you can take a water, talk to it, because water is the breath of our ancestors.
Mm.
When it when it's dropping, it becomes dust. And this dust becomes sand.
Mhm.
Dust becomes rock. Then when you know that, you can talk to the water and ask, now I am in that situation. I need to be cleansed. All of me inside. Please help me.
You're doing it yourself.
Yeah, to help me.
Beautiful.
But I'm not a perfect man. I'm the worst of all the men together. That's why I know wages. If I was not a bad person, seeking for love, seeking for the gentle one, when you see among other people, when you see them how they're gentle, they are, I admire them, then they inspire me to go there. I see the light, but I am not there yet. One day maybe. But I have no rush. I can do it better. I can get angry, but not the same way I usually do. I can do it better. I think I want to deal with these emotions. I I don't want them to get away. I want them still there because it's like taming myself.
And they can be this opportunity to expand.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
Yes, so you create a bigger space.
And as you said, like nobody is perfect on the earth.
Hmm.
Yeah. And we somehow, I don't know why, like looking for this perfection in all kinds of areas, and it makes it very like tension or something like this.
The perfection comes because you are competing with yourself, competing with the others. And perfection comes because of what? Because you are trying to please
Mhm.
others. You are trying to be perfect for these people instead of being perfect to yourself.
Mhm.
So this perfect becomes very dangerous because you are defining the perfection what they are expecting you to have a certain last mode or could be anything which is
Haircut.
yeah whatever. Yep.
Yeah.
So this become the I will call it distraction.
Mhm.
These distractions are frustrating you. These distractions are creating perfectionism, the way we define the perfect one.
What do you see like another distractions in the human life too?
Many, many things, big houses, money, and a lot of artifacts,
Mm.
a lot of the new things. You can just watch the television and see the commercial,
Mhm.
how they are tempting you to get away from your own feelings, from your own heart. And they are tempting you, giving you the idea of the perfect home, perfect everything.
Haircut.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So these are the distractions. Everything of
And the opposite, like how to be in contact with your maybe so-called intuition or with yourself, with your heart
Mhm.
and so on. Like the opposite of this distracted, like mind and so on.
If you understand, if you begin to see the temptations and what you want, you can also ask yourself, do I really want it?
Mm.
For what? For what purpose? If it is to show the others you own this, then It is not you. It's not about you. It's about the others. You are trying to show them you are now in the same level with them or higher. You are competing. Competition to be better than the others is one of the worst, what do you call it? Yeah,
Distraction.
a distraction. Mm. Because you are actually perfect without anything. You don't, actually, human beings do not need nothing. They just need to eat and be together and supporting each other because they have everything what they need because they are part of this cosmos technology. They can transform themselves. They don't need internet because they are the part of the cosmos and communicate without words.
Somehow they are internet.
Yeah, we we are
We are.
cosmonic. We are cosmonic. That's better than the internet. You see, we have actually everything what we need, but something is distracting us away by tempting us. We have a lot of good food. If you make it like that and like that, you can cultivate it yourself at your home together with the others. Not like uh, flower power people. It's not like that. It's about living a life together.
How you realize that you are in this, that you are in your heart or in this like intuition? Because I see that there is a lot of like programs, like this television is influencing in us, others like in our society is like big influential, boom. And sometimes it's not so easy to go back to your home, to yourself, to the connection. Maybe one can call it intuition. Hmm. How you do, or how your people are doing? What are the ways you will suggest?
Experiences
Hmm.
in life, how the others are doing. And there's no intuition.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah. Or there's no prediction.
Mhm.
There's life. Because you know why you are here. Is your purpose is to expand as a soul, to be able to contain stronger love, a higher level of consciousness. That's in your mind when you are here by supporting other people, by being with other people, by connecting to people, by connecting to everything. It's not about connecting to stuff. It's not about connecting to anything out there. You are here to be earthling
Mhm.
and experiencing the earth life, all these emotions together with many people. By connecting to these people, you are supporting each other to deal with everything. So you don't need predictions, you don't need expectation, you don't need the
It is also with these emotions that sometimes these like tough emotions are really connecting us, and that this being vulnerable, yeah, is like connecting us when we open to it. So I really see like these like open wings,
right.
which are connecting us. We are like open to it.
So when people are
Mm.
beginning to be reacting
Mhm.
toughly, and you don't try to analyze it because he is like that or she is like that or whatever. It's not about that. If you see this person
Mm.
reacting like that, if you see it as the person's process,
Mhm.
the process of that person to grow to the next level. If you see that way, then you accept.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like with smaller children,
Mhm.
it's maybe more easy,
Mhm.
and we tell them like, yeah, I know this emotion, I know this,
Yeah.
yeah. And when you don't fight with this, but you say, I know this, like
Mhm.
you connect
Yeah.
with this stuff emotion in them, you say them that you know it
Mm.
as well. It really relates to the situation. So it is disconnect. No judgings, but like connect with this. I know it.
When people are reacting
Mm.
and having big process, you don't have to dictate them. You don't have to tell. Just be there as a support. And you're not choosing because you are like that, you are just like that. You don't say no. You are just there and accept that's their process. It's not easy always. As long as they don't hurt no one,
Mm.
it's not your business. But you are there to be part of that process. That's why we need each other to be connected to each other so we can have our process together. Recognize them, even though they are different. So receiving ourselves through others.
Now I know why you are talking that you are the worst person to support the others. You are the worst.
Yes, that's I am. So that's why I traveling. It's not because I am here to teach anyone. No, I am here to learn from the others. They are teaching me how to deal with myself. I'm I don't tell them what how to live, even though I can sound like that. I am telling myself how I am living. And when I hear myself, I'm beginning to realize how I can do it better. Mm. Thanks to the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It
Thank
was
you.
really beautiful. Thank you
Thank you. Thank you for your help also. You are actually helping me how to put it in words
very much.
and go deep into me to figure out who I am.
It really helped me too.
Mm. That's why we are healing each other. We are healing everybody by healing ourselves. So they are healing us and we healing them. That's why we are all here. We are here for each other. Mm. We are all human beings. So there's no nationalities, no borders. Human beings who are lost here together.
Lost here on the earth.
Yeah, with all the emotions.
It's very good we are lost here together.
Yeah, lost emotions.
Yes.
Yeah, and we are figuring out together.
And like the uh, people which are feeling like really totally bad, like on the psychiatry and so on, it is because they feel they are alone.
Right.
Yeah. The states of emotions and the is the same, but they feel they are alone, that they are not connected. This is like
Right.
the worst suffering.
Because the system say you are wrong. There's something wrong with you. The system says that, then they are alone.
Mm.
They go down more.
Mm.
If someone was there, they will understand they are not alone with all these feelings.
But then it helped that they meet the similar people,
Yeah.
and they really help each other.
Mhm.
They when they are like, oh, I'm not the only one who have this kind of problem.
Mm,
They're like, "Woo, yeah, it's better."
right.
Mm.
So that's how it is. Take people to understand that they are not alone. There's nothing wrong with them. But they're alone to deal with their own feelings, which many also experiences.
Mm.
When they don't feel alone, then they will understand there's nothing wrong with it. That's it.
Mm.
Mm.
I love it. We are lost here together. It's the it should be like the name of lecture or
Right.
something like this. We are lost here
Yes.
together.
I will use this lost together. Do you want to be lost together with us? Come and listen. How we are lost.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Ah.
Take the